Rahul, for being a part of Manvinay podcast. Can you please
you.
tell us a little bit about math and TEEHUB?
What we basically do is that we help startups in their AI journey through AI infrastructure, funding support, mentoring, access to GPUs, compute, those things, and most importantly, data. So these are the things that we help them with. And today we are seeing that many of our startups are not just early stage; they have started making money. They have started generating revenue.
So, any startup for it to be associated with math, is there a pre-norm that a startup has to be based in Hyderabad or?
No, nothing like that. We encourage startups from all over India, and we have seen startups moving their bases from different cities. So from Delhi, from Pune, from different places, startups have shifted their bases to be here physically with us.
Now, in your experience, Rahul, what are the most common challenges that AI or ML founders face today?
Market product fit is very difficult today.
Right.
So maybe founders are making some products which the buyers are not ready to pay for it, or buyers themselves don't know like what AI to use. Maximum people's knowledge ends and starts at ChatGPT. Right.
Do you have any advice for founders balancing between developing the product and finding the product market fit?
Now it can be like, there is no perfect answer. I can just give my personal opinion.
Yes.
But I always say chase the customer first.
Okay. Rahul, as the CTO of Math, what is your vision?
So we obviously want a couple of unicorns to come out of our place as soon as possible, and that is the vision we have, or I will say the mission.
What is one thing that you would love to do if money was not a factor? I mean, it could be sports, could be arts, could be music.
Let's say you're becoming a professor or something.
All right. Thank you so much, Rahul, for being a part of Manvinay podcast. Can you please tell us a little bit about math and TEEHUB?
Okay, great. Thanks for having me. And it's really smart setup that you have done within like 3-4 minutes. So just to give a quick overview, like as you can see, or we all know, like TEEHUB is the largest innovation campus in the world, and because of the space, number of startups, number of innovations that is happening, and rest of the things that we have been churning out for last 8 years, and we are right now in our 9th year going. And in terms of math, it is a young baby. It came into existence because DST, which is Department of Science and Technology, Government of Telangana, and TEEHUB, 3 bodies came together, and then math was born as their center of excellence for AI. And in last 1.5 year, we have become again one of the largest AI startup ecosystem in the country. We have more than 900 startups in our ecosystem, AI first or AI focused. In our floor or physical premises, there are 135 startups which are sitting. They are working from here. Rest of the startups are working remotely all over India. What we basically do is that we help startups in their AI journey through AI infrastructure, funding support, mentoring, access to GPUs, compute, those things, and most importantly, data. So these are the things that we help them with. And today we are seeing that many of our startups are not just early stage; they have started making money. They have started generating revenue. And the good part is almost 30% of our startups in our floor where we are sitting today have some revenue, which is a very positive and inspiring and encouraging thing for people like us who are building such ecosystems. So that is a quick overview of math and what we are doing.
Absolutely. And the fact that I have been across a lot of cities in India, been traveling for last 5 years, but I've not seen any incubator company or a non-profit organization so far. And when I see one like TEEHUB operating at a scale using 900 companies enrolled under TEEHUB, right?
No, 900 in our math ecosystem. In this building, we have close to more than 500 startups in this building, just in this building.
Correct. So any startup for it to be associated with math, is there a pre-norm that a startup has to be based in Hyderabad or?
No, nothing like that. we encourage startups from all over India, and we have seen startups moving their bases from different cities. So from Delhi, from Pune, from different places, startups have shifted their bases to be here physically with us. But there are many startups which are associated with us and working remotely. So wherever there is their location. Not just that, we have few startups which are working from international locations. So the prerequisite that we ask is one thing is that you should be AI first. And what we mean by that, either you are building something around AI or you are using the existing AI technology to solve certain problem, industry problem, be it in healthcare or so we are industry agnostic. So our startups cut across on the spectrum. So they are from healthcare, they are from agriculture, be it from any industry. But only criteria is that they are using AI to solve the problem. That is one thing. Second, in certain of our programs, we have certain requisites that at least you should be MVP ready. But then there are other programs and avenues where you can even associate with us even at idea stage.
Amazing. And if we do that, what is it that I'm going to get from Matt? Am I going to space for an office, or are there any other?
Then there are two ways of engaging. One is definitely you can come and you can take a space here, just to be part of the ecosystem physically. See, one thing is that I've been to multiple places like London, Tel Aviv, and all these places, or be it Stockholm. Never seen a place where you get 135 AI companies under one roof. So that is the best thing. So when people come here, it is not that they just get things directly from us. They also learn from their peer founders and the other companies. Second thing of engaging with us is what they get out of us. As I told you earlier, they get the compute support, the cloud credits, the data support. To build AI, you need a lot of data. The AI and data support, then mentorship, then scaling support, then resources. We are trying to do a lot of things differently, and it's too early to say if we have been successful or not. Only time will say. So what we are trying to do today differently is one thing that I can say is we are more majorly focused on business, or market access. Because of TEEHUB's network, ecosystem, brand value, whatever, we get a lot of corporates who come and visit us. So we help startups get POCs very quickly. That is one thing. Second is that we, being AI focused center of excellence, we are working heavily in terms of creating the data pool, which is required for the startups to build the AI. Now that is something we are able to do it because we are in India. Because when you are in India, you have data in abundance, but you just need that structured medium to capture the data. And we are just trying to play that role, or bridge that gap, so that we can help startups get the data easily. Now, like you came today to me and you want connection with 100 startups, or you want building your AI, you need a lot of data, anything. It is very difficult for any individual entrepreneur to do that on his own. Right? Not everyone is very well connected, and so that is the area where we play a major role. I think that is one of them. These two things I will say we are doing differently. What we are today not doing, or because of the structure we can't do, is we are not directly funding the startups at a heavily. We do TEEHUB as a small fund through which it is given as a grant. But why I'm pulling this topic, because even there is a thought process going on of creating some fund so that startups can support it. So we are working on those lines, and that is the kind of work we are trying to do.
That's super amazing. The two very unique and robust points that you've just made is, number one, helping companies get access to the data, and second is combining and having a central fund, so the startups where Matt feels have the potential, you're also able to support them financially. I think second point is something that we'll eventually be able to get to see in the next 6 months or a year or 2 years. But with the first point, when you say helping companies with that sort of data, can you give me an example, apart from us?
Yeah, not just data, like another thing I mentioned is market access. Market access is something like today when you are coming here, and if you sit here with us every day, right, many of the startups, they are able to get POCs with big enterprises, GCCs and all those things. That is an amazing opportunity. When I built my startup, I was not here in this kind of premises, right? And I regret that, because that would have helped me get customers very quickly, right? Because you get to meet so many CXOs, leaders, and all this. In terms of data, I'll just give a small example. Suppose you're a health tech startup.
Okay.
Now, I come from health tech, health tech startup, so I'm just using that example. Now you are trying to automate X-ray reading.
Okay.
Through AI.
Okay.
So you don't want the radiologist to write the review or the report. You just want AI to do that. To do that, you need a lot of X-rays,
right?
And you need to label them, you need to annotate them so that your algorithm can be trained.
Right.
Now, for a startup, it becomes very challenging to get, suppose, 10,000 or 1 million X-rays.
Correct.
So, because if they would straight away walk to a hospital, the hospital will not agree to give it to them, because it is healthcare. Things are, even they are scared, like how you are doing it. Are you anonymizing the data or not? You can't have the patient details in that data. So there are a lot of things. Also, is the data for which people are ready to donate data, but they are concerned that if it is meeting some right objective or right, is a starter validated. So the role that we play is that when we make this connection between a data provider and a data seeker, to data provider, they trust us that okay, they have validated this startup.
They just math.
Yeah, that they have validated this startup. This startup is genuine.
Okay.
It is not something like they're just doing a science project or something, right? And we work as a gatekeeper there, and we make sure that whether the data is coming, it is coming in the right form and shape, so that there is no patient information is leaked or anything, right? Those processes. Then because why we are able to do it, because we have mentors, experts in our ecosystem, right, whom we can engage. That when this kind of data transfer is happening, is there any regulation?
Correct.
What the regulation says, how we should protect the interest of the data provider, how we can protect the interest of the data seeker, so then nobody is in trouble, right? So these kind of support, when we are able to provide, that is the value we create for the startup. Right now, the startup, if he goes directly, he can't overnight hire an expert who understands regulatory things. So he can't hire a team who will help him to make him sit just opposite to the guy who can provide the data or to the decision maker. It will take him months.
Correct.
And even if he goes, many other times, the advantage that we create is that most of the data that we provide is free of cost.
Got it.
Because we do these strategic tie-ups with the data providers, and they give their free data to us, and then we are able to pass it on to the startups. Obviously, many of the quality data providers are paid, but even in paid free, in these cases, there are a lot of data that we are able to provide for free of cost.
Makes sense. Absolutely. And how is the MAT team?
We are just a member of like 9 members.
Oh, what? And how do you manage all these companies? Because not just on board.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get more into that. Perfect. Now, in your experience, Rahul, what are the most common challenges that AI or ML founders face today?
I told you, I think one is that definitely in a country like India, today what is happening is that there are a lot of people who are talking about AI. Almost everyone is talking about AI. But there are market product fit is very difficult today.
Right.
So maybe founders are making some products which the buyers are not ready to pay for it, or buyers themselves don't know like what AI to use. Maximum people's knowledge ends and starts at ChatGPT. Right. But beyond that, how they can use AI. So just I will give you an example. Suppose there is a big apparel store is there, or a brand is there. Now, do you think they can use AI? Definitely yes. But how? They can use AI to automate their marketing. They can use AI to increase their customer reach. They can use AI to do a lot of things. But sometimes, many of the times it is happening is that the customer or the person or the company which is ready to pay and the capacity to pay or the intent to use AI, they also don't know where to use AI and where to start from. So this is one of the major challenges happening, that people are still understanding like how I can use it, right? And same problem with the founders, it is happening, right? That they are also struggling many of the times to explain it to the potential customers. Apart from that, obviously because of this, they are struggling with the revenue and all. many of the guys are making money, but I feel that once any startup founder is able to crack this through what you call it concentrated setting and all, they'll be able to make more money and more customers they can get.
Correct. I was shit scared when I went to one conference from Google. It was some Google Cloud Partners conference, and in that conference, a lot of companies took part. A lot of startups, AI native startups. Now, these founders, they have a lot of experience in artificial intelligence and machine learning, and with their expertise, with their experience, they have developed amazing products. But they have a really hard time when it comes to monetizing their product or a service. Now, what I want to understand from you is, you don't have to be 100% right, but can you lay us an average for us? Let's say there are 100 companies. How many of those 100 companies, let's say they're not raised any funding, how many of those 100 companies are already would be making revenue if they're AI/ML backed?
Difficult to answer. See, one thing beyond AI, I will say that many people are worried. I was just in another conference couple of days back where it was of the recruiters and the HR managers.
Okay.
And they are scared that AI is taking their job.
Right.
And they were asking that what skill we should learn now. And that is the fear then many of the marketing guys are having, that AI is writing all the content and I think AI is taking over job. Many few people are having these challenges. Now, why I'm giving you this example, because one skill that is still very relevant is sales. Our traditional sales, what we call event accelerator sales.
Correct.
So if you on that is all depends like how strongly you are able to understand the market and sell your product. That is that will majorly define your success. When you sell like out of 100 AI companies, how many will succeed?
Right.
It also depends like any regular business. Like, has the founder or the team understood what is required? Or if they have built something, are they able to sell it in the right way? Or they are able to make the customer understand like what they have built?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
it's beyond AI, right? It's very natural, traditional thing.
Absolutely. And do you have any advice for founders balancing between the two, balancing between developing the product and finding the product market fit?
Now it can be like, there's no perfect answer. I can just give my personal opinion.
Yes.
But I always say chase the customer first.
Okay.
So, if you have a customer and it was ready to pay, and then you can actually focus on other things. But you should know your customer first, like what exactly for whom you're building.
Right.
Once you have that clear, that okay, now I can come and ask you, hey, if I give you some AI machine or something which can talk to you at your home when you're alone,
Yeah.
or something like a fancy thing, will you like it? Do you think it is having a potential? You will say yes. Obviously, that's fine. Everybody will say yes. But if I say you but it will cost you $10,000,
No.
and will you buy it?
No.
Then so that's where the problem is. So we can understand what the customer is ready to pay for.
Yeah.
And what exactly are they looking for, and based on that, then you curate your product and all. Many of the AI companies or startups, I will say, are struggling because it's a very typical engineering problem that sometimes we get too fascinated with the technology.
Yeah.
And we build something and we assume that the market will accept it.
Yeah.
But that never works.
Absolutely. And I really like your perspective. And mostly the experienced people, when I speak with them and I ask them if you have any advice for the founders who are building in today's day and age, somewhere or the other their answers collapse and boil down to the same thing. Treat your customers like God, understand what they want, and just continuously keep on iterating from there.
Yeah.
So I think that's the mantra that the founders should be following.
It's just like you need blood in your body to run. You need money in your bank to run the company.
True. That's so true. Right. And in terms of strategies, what do you see working best for AI startups to market themselves effectively? Is it should they be focusing on tech or customer education, or they can focus on value communication?
Very good question, but I think this last two I will prioritize it more.
Okay.
Okay. So for you communicating to the customer, that is of supreme importance.
Right. Let's say, like, can we take an example? Let's say if I want to sell something to you, Rahul, and for, let's say you're running a business, right? And you are my potential customer. What are the mediums of outreach that you would prefer so that any company out there who is interested in doing business with you can reach out to you? Is it a cold call? Is it a LinkedIn message? Is it a email?
See, it depends a lot on person to person. Like for a person like me, I am very active on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So I try to make sure just like I clear my mailbox, I clear my LinkedIn messages.
Yeah.
Right. And I get like a lot of messages every day. So from obviously someone wants to reach out to me, I will say like 10 is good. But not everyone is like me. So for them, email might work. But I think what works is that today in the field of AI, with many of the people what is working and many of the new age companies are doing is visualizing the solution.
Yeah.
If you can use AI to whatever product you are making, and it applies for I think most of the industry and others. If you can make it visually appealing and make him visually understand like what exactly you're trying to sell or trying to offer,
Yeah.
and then through social media or through email, text, anything, if you're able to share that, I suggest many of my startup founders, that's why just give me a 1-minute video.
Yeah.
About your product.
Correct.
And most of them struggle because they say like we are making such a complex thing and all these things, how can I tell my story in 1 minute?
Yeah.
It's not possible, right? How can we make it visualize? It's a very techie thing. I say that's the job, and that's where you can use AI in a smarter way. So when a person like you are helping basically to go to market, sales and all these things to many startups, you send me WhatsApp, you send me email, you send me everything, and I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
And it's today morning when you called me, I asked you that, okay, explain me what, and we spoke I think for 9-10 minutes.
Right.
By that time I understood like, okay, what you are doing. Instead of that, if you could have sent just me a 30-second video or 1-minute video,
Makes sense.
right, which is visually very appealing, and with AI it is possible. Now it is the world today, and it is very free to make, very cheap and free to make. 3 years back, you need a lot of like cameraman, lightman, model, and all these things, animator. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
So to create a video, now you can sit on a laptop 30 minutes, you can create such a video, explainer video. Create an explainer video, send it to your potential customers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And now, when you put it this way, it's very interesting. And I just realized after starting Madron Consulting, we have continuously been pivoting. Every 3 months, we are into a pivot, and I get scolded by my dad a lot. अगर तुझे पता ही नहीं है तुझे करना क्या है तो तू क्यों कर रहा है, नौकरी कर ले. But when it was the first time I realized that we need to pivot is one of my friends, who I did not speak with a lot. She asked me if, what is it that I am doing, and I started telling her what am I doing, and 1 minute हो गया, 1.5 minute हो गया, और मैं समझा ही रहा हूँ कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. It just hit me, if I can't explain what I'm doing in 10 seconds, then what is it that I'm actually doing?
And that's the age of story. If you can't explain your product to a 5-year-old, that you are not good. So I started practicing it because everybody has a journey, and I am sure you will learn faster than me. I took longer time than you. But when my son was 5-year-old or 4-year-old or 6-year-old, I used to explain him like, what is this product or what is the startup that we are building. And if he understands that, then I'm clear. So what happens is that you also get trained.
Right.
Because when I'm telling him for the first time, it's not understanding. Right. I'm taking probably 20 minutes to tell him.
Right.
Second time, I'm refining my thoughts.
Correct.
Third time, I'm further refining. Then I started explaining it to my mom, who is a homemaker, right? And if I'm able to explain it to her in the simplest language way, then I am believe that, okay, then I'm clear.
Correct.
And that also gives a different perspective. Then you are also very clear in your mind exactly what you're doing. Right. Sometimes we get too much carried away with jargons, technology, and a lot of the showbiz stuffs.
I agree. And Rahul, as the CTO of Math, what is your vision?
So we obviously want a couple of unicorns to come out of our place as soon as possible. And that is the vision we have, or I will say the mission. And we want at least like, a couple of startups to hit like 100 million or on those kind of ARRs as soon as possible. So we want startups to do well, and definitely now in India, sitting in India, people have this notion or this perception that ChatGPTs can come only from US,
Yeah.
or Israel or China or these places, right? We are not able to yet produce something like which is kind of breaking the internet era, is of course the word. So that is like a vision that if we can provide the right support, right ecosystem, and right effort,
Right.
probably the next ChatGPT can be from Hyderabad or India.
Absolutely, definitely Hyderabad if you're discussing India, because the kinds of development I have seen around in Hyderabad, you mentioned it earlier as well, your friend said it looks like you're sitting in Singapore. It's just really amazing how much development has happened in terms of infrastructure, real estate, development of companies, and the ecosystem that Hyderabad has for supporting startups is just amazing. I have not seen anything like this back in North India.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and thanks to all the governments who have come and they have taken a lot of initiatives. We have AICT coming up. We are sitting here and we are doing a lot of AI summits have been done. So, from be it government, be it the ecosystem, everybody is putting a lot of effort to grow the startup ecosystem, culture, and be it in AI or non-AI, anything. But overall, there is a joint effort.
Right.
And the ecosystem is really thriving today, and that's why that gives the confidence that whatever 3 points I told you, that vision or mission, whatever should be,
Yeah.
we're hopeful that in next 2 to 3 years we might see some success very soon.
Absolutely. And before we end this thing, just a quick rapid fire round where we ask quick 3-4 questions.
Okay.
So what's your favorite book?
My favorite book, Psychology of Money.
All right, super. And any advice from that particular book that stuck with you so far?
Difficult to say one, many.
Okay.
But I will say one thing very differently, that to be an entrepreneur, because we are talking about entrepreneurship and on this things, your relationship with money need to be very good.
Right.
If your relationship with money is not good, that is not a great thing for becoming an entrepreneur.
Absolutely. And I just can't get off this line enough, because the very first company I worked at, and we just raised a Series A of $3 million, and we just vanished. All $3 million vanished in 1.5 years. Just got bankrupt after 1.5 years. And until the other funding came in, we had to shut down business, and we did shut down business because of this mismanagement of money and plunder and everything else. But 100% agree. Where do you get your news from?
Where do I get my news from? Okay, so I have a AI translator or a summarizer with me, and that is helped, so that more or less scrapes the different websites, news channels, and all those things, and every morning gives a quick summary in less than 100 words. Oh, the top news.
Amazing. So is this a tool that everybody can use, or is it something
You can build it on your own just to go and search, yeah.
amazing? Amazing. And what are the top 3 AI tools that you're using other than ChatGPT and Perplexity in your own personal life?
Personal life,
I mean,
I will
just with work, personal life.
personally, I will say, I use a lot Siri, and so if I can call that the AI tool, definitely. That is one thing I use. ChatGPT definitely comes, Perplexity definitely comes. These 3 things. But then I use, as I was suggesting you, I use a lot of tools to create visual pictures and videos for my LinkedIn posts.
Okay.
So if you see my LinkedIn posts, I to do regular posting and all those things. So there is a lot of AI tools that I use, not one or two, the multiple tools I use to create really nice images and really nice videos, and how to make them more authentic. And I think
Can you tell us a couple of names just for audience? So
that's a secret sauce.
that's a secret sauce. All right.
You can go to YouTube, you can find the hundreds of them. There's nothing secret here.
Absolutely. And just one last question. if there was no math, there was no business, no entrepreneurship, and you were Rabo at 20 in your 20s. What is one thing that you would love to do if money was not a factor? I mean, it could be sports, could be arts, could be music.
I would say I would become a professor or something.
Huh? You like teaching that much?
I like the profession. I don't know if I like teaching or not, but yeah, that point of time, that was like the thought. There was a thought going on in my mind.
Okay. And
I've currently doing my PhD also, so yeah.
oh, from
So through upgrade, I enrolled in an online course,
Yeah.
and I just started doing it because in childhood, or childhood means like in my 20s, I was having this vision that you do this.
like absolutely amazing, wonderful. And does this particular role being at math and running math, does this align a little bit with your thoughts of being a professor or teaching somebody something? Because a lot of startups and founders must look at you for inspiration.
I don't think so. I've done that one's great till now. So I'm aspiring to do something like that. But yeah, it is one thing that I can say is that it let you do a lot. And I will quote one of my mentor, like our ex-CEO of TEEHUB. And he told me the first day when I came here, his name is NSR. That's what we call it. And he said ki service field should be there. There's seva bhavna chahila, and then only you will succeed at this role. That's because you have to be very selflessly help people when people are coming to you, and that is what has stuck with me. And that's those words that he said.
Absolutely. So do you still look at Mr. MSR over
Yeah,
here?
always. So we are paying him every now and then, and like take his advice. And
Super. How was your experience on our show?
wonderful, very smart, and I wish you all the best. Right. So you told me some numbers today morning that you have helped people to achieve. I just wish that before this next 1 year, you just grow 10x or 15x, and then I will be more happier.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And I want you to talk about us, that yes, math has helped us, or TEEHUB has helped us to reach there.
Definitely. This partnership is going to go a long way now that I'm coming to Hyderabad as well.
All the best.
Super. Thank you so much.